Hey, Penelope, you want to spend some time after school? I wish I could, but I can't. I have so much chores at home, and I have a math homework and English homework to do. But we can probably spend some time tomorrow. Yeah, we can do that. I don't have anything planned for tomorrow, said Scarlet and smiled to her girlfriend. She gave her girlfriend Penelope a hug, and she left. Hey, Scarlet, do you need any lift home? It was her best friend and also childhood friend Gabriel. Yeah, I appreciate it since my own car is unfortunately at the shop. What did you do this time? It's just that the brakes that need to be repaired and, you know. Oh, and you're not going to spend time with Penelope? No, unfortunately she has, some homeworks and her chores to taken care of. Ah, that makes sense. But anyway, hop in. I will drive you home. Thanks. So, how's it going between you and Penelope, actually? Uh, yeah, it is going well, though. I mean, we have been together since the first year of high school. I wish I could tell my parents about this. Ah, that problem. Yeah, you know why. Yep, I definitely know why. Scarlett and Penelope had been dating since the first year of high school, but she had never told her parents about her dating a girl. The main reason is that because of her parents was against that kind of things altogether. So that is the reason why she had never told her parents about her relationship with Penelope. But her parents had met Penelope a few times when she came over, and Penelope knows about her family is, or at least her parents are against the same gender relationships. So when Penelope come over, they all act if they're just friends. But most of the time, when Penelope do in fact came over, her parents usually stay away from most of her room, or if they want her something, they always knock. I wish my parents could accept, you know, my relationship with Penelope. I hear you on that one. But at least your brother Milo support you? Yeah, at least my brother is a bit smart enough to accept this. I mean, ever since he moved out and moved to Arizona, he and his wife, Lily, have made a lot of friends within that community. And that's great. But, yeah. Anyways, we're here. Thanks. And I will see you tomorrow at school. As always. Scarlett gave her friend a wave and she walked in. She did notice none of her parents at home. And Scarlett was actually a little bit upset and sad at the same time that she can't just tell her parents about her relationship with Penelope. She just wanted to be honest about it, open about it. But there's nothing she couldn't do. In fact, ever since her family told her when she asked them the question a couple of years ago what they thought about this, when they saw this on TV, the Pride Parade, both her parents said that is absolute wrong. It is against the nature. But that statement made her realize she can never confess to her parents about dating a girl. And there's also, it's a very common that her parents are not always at home, since her dad is a business owner of a small factory and that her mom works as an office worker. And she usually, most of the time, home alone. But her dad doesn't usually come home around 7 to almost 8 p.m., her mom around 6 p.m. But this time, this day, it all changed. Both her parents came home around 7 p.m. and she was really surprised to see her parents home so early. Mom, Dad, how come you are home so early? Oh, we could just, you know, we decided to get home a little bit earlier today. I mean, is something wrong with that? Her mom asked. No, not at all. I just, surprised. I mean, I know that the dad usually sometimes works at 8, maybe 9 p.m., and you, well, around 6. Yeah, I mean, we thought that maybe just want to spend some quality time with our daughter. Well, I'm happy to hear that, though. Um, yeah, I will be in my room until dinner, alright? But around dinner, her parents told her something that was a big shocker. Oh, so, Scarlet, how's school doing for you so far? Asked her dad. Oh, well, it's going well, actually. My grades are up as always. Always enjoy my friends, especially your best or childhood friend Gabriel, right? Yeah, he's a nice guy. I mean, I seem like more like a brother than anything, actually. I mean, that makes sense. You two are actually literally grew up together. Yeah, that's true. By the way, sweetie, we have something we want to tell you. Oh? Do you remember my friend Everett? Everett. He is the dad of Ryan, if I'm right. That's correct. He actually had approached me, asking me of, um, you see, our, he actually approached me with a question. Oh? Um, what kind of question? Asked Scarlet as she was eating. Well, he asked me if I would be willing to let his son Ryan and you to get married after college. Scarlet was really shocked. She couldn't even believe what her dad just said to her. Dad, are you kidding me? What? I thought you liked Ryan. Well, Ryan is a nice guy, but we don't even spend any time enough for that. I mean, we're more like acquaintances and friends. And you can't just simply go decide this on your own. And even, Mom, what do you think of all this? I actually think this is a good idea, said her mom with a smile. Wait, you're only 2? But you can't really decide against my will, can you? Well, it hasn't officially decided yet, but we decided to at least to bring this topic to you because they are coming over tomorrow for dinner. Oh, is something matter? No, I just, I mean, I'm shocked at this idea. I mean, well, you will probably get used to it. After that, Scarlet was silent the rest of the dinner, and when she went to her room, she still couldn't believe her parents actually had agreed to set up her for a marriage with a guy that she just barely knows. But the fact that she was already in a relationship, she couldn't believe this. So, she decided to call someone for help. And that was her older brother, Milo. Even there were some time difference between them, he always answered the call, no matter what time it is. Uh, um, sis? Is something the matter? You don't really usually call me this late, or this often. Well, I really need to talk to you. What is it? What's up? Is something about the school or Penelope? No, no, no. Nothing like that. You won't believe what our parents had told me for dinner. I have no idea. What is it? Uh, are you sitting down? Is it that bad? Yeah, it's kinda in that matter. Yeah, I'm sitting down. Well, then she told him. After she had finished, he was silent for a moment. Are you kidding me? He yelled in a phone. Yeah, I mean, how could they even do this? Well, my dad said that it isn't actually official yet, but since they're coming over for dinner tomorrow, to hopefully to make it official, to make me engaged with Ryan with the intention to get married after college. Well, this is just unbelievable. I wonder if there's any particular reason why they had approached this in the first place. I mean, there had to be something. Unless our dad's business isn't going well. I don't think it's that. I mean, Dad had told me often that the factory is going well and they recently signed a big contract. So I don't think that's a problem. Hmm. Maybe they just wanted to have something big. After all, you had told me Ryan's dad, Everett, is at least a quite a wealthy man. So they probably had hoped to secure some form of good support finances for themselves and for our dad's factory just in case if something would happen. That and maybe to have find someone that could financially support me as well. That might be true. But I can't believe it. Our dad is going this far. I just don't believe it. Yeah, am I right? Have you told Penelope about this? No. I'm actually trying to go to tell her tomorrow. Alright. Well, let me know if there's anything else you need help with. You always can call me anytime. Thanks. And then she hung up. But the next day, when she went to school, she was really curious, also a bit worried and concerned all the same time. Because she had no idea how Penelope would react to this. But even when she was seeing her at the locker, Scarlet couldn't bring herself to telling to Penelope about what her parents just told her the day before. Even so, it wasn't until by the end of the day when Penelope asked Scarlet if they could maybe spend time after school. But Scarlet said that she couldn't because she had some other things to do at home. Oh, well, maybe the next time, maybe this weekend. Yeah. Okay, Scarlet, what is the matter? You don't act yourself. Well, there is something I want to tell you. And as before she did, oh hey girls. Oh hey Gabriel, said Penelope with a big smile. Oh, okay, what is the matter over here? Has something died over here or what? Said Gabriel. Ah, ha ha, funny Gabriel, said Scarlet. Oh no no no, I mean, something looks serious. What is it? Well, and then she decided to tell both him. After all, since he is her childhood friend. My parents had set up me for a potential marriage with a guy named Ryan. Both Penelope and Gabriel looked at each other and with a jaw dropped. What? Are you for real? Said Penelope, shocked. But Scarlet just nodded. This is... I can see why you're concerned. You found out about this yesterday? Mm-hmm. Who else knows about this? Well, except from you two, my brother and hopefully even his wife, Lily, knows about this. Huh. Wait, Ryan. Same age? Yeah? I think I know what you're meaning. He's not one of, he doesn't go to our high school, but I think he actually goes to a different high school in the area. His dad is a wealthy businessman? Yeah, okay, got it. Huh, this is pretty odd. I mean, I never thought that this could happen in even these modern days. With an arranged marriage and all. What what should we do? Well, there's not much we can do, said Gabriel. What do you mean, Gabriel? Said Penelope, almost sad. I mean, first of all, we don't even know if this is actually going to be official yet, right? That's correct, said Scarlet. But I have a strong indication to believe it's gonna be official by tonight. I mean, you could just tell her the truth. About me and Penelope? Are you kidding me? Knowing how my parents are knowing of that, they would just simply kick me out. And where will I even go then? My brother isn't even far away from here. Unless he can stay at your place or Penelope's place? Well, I don't think that will happen. Let's hope for that at least. Well, you never know. Well, I will let you two know later tonight about what happened. All right, let's hope for the best. That evening, Scarlet was told to dress nicely. Around 6 p.m., Ryan and his dad Everett showed up. Hey, Jordan, it's been nice to see you again. Ah, Everett, come in. And nice to see you again, Ryan. Same here, sir. So, this is your daughter, Scarlet, right? Yeah, it is her. My only daughter. Well, she is beautiful, as you told. Well, let's enjoy our dinner for once. During dinner, both, both Jordan, her dad, and Everett were just talking business and old memories. Turned out they were high school friends. But during the dinner, when her dad brought up a topic of her and Ryan to be potentially get married, Everett said, yeah, I decided to make it official. When she looked at Ryan, he looked actually disappointed and not happy, but he put on a smile and said, of course, Dad. Anything to help my family. Scarlett, what do you think about it? He asked. Um, well, are you not happy about it? Oh, it's not like that. I'm just, still trying to process all this. I mean, it came as a big surprise. I bet. It's not always that how this happen these days. But don't worry. It won't be like right after college, though. There will be, maybe, perhaps by in a year after high school, that or college. So you have plenty of time to get to know my son better enough, and now as your two are officially engaged. Yeah. Even when she heard that, she felt very disturbed, and that the fact her parents never even tried to be argued with this. They actually just said, yeah, they agreed, and she felt very disappointed in that. After dinner, she thanked her the guest, and she went up to her room. She called Penelope and Gabriel in a group chat. She told them what happened. They were really disturbed and also a bit disappointed that her family didn't, at least as her parents, never tried to stop this. It turned out that from that start, they never even had intention of stopping it. But she was also told that she's going to spend time, at least go on a date with Ryan that weekend. And even though she told her girlfriend, Penelope, to her, it is not a date. That Saturday, Scarlett met up with Ryan at the mall, and they were just talking. After a moment, she said to him, I'm sorry, Ryan, but I have no intention of marrying you. Ah, thank goodness. Why? I thought you were actually on this whole idea too. Wait, You don't like the idea? No. I mean, I want to make my dad happy, but forcing me to marry someone I barely know? I mean, yeah, I mean, I even have someone already. Oh, really? Same here. Oh? Yeah, I've been dating this girl for about a year now. What about you? I've been actually dating a girl since first year of high school. I see. And your parents doesn't know about it? No, they probably never will. I never even was gonna tell them. What's that? Ah, let me guess. They are not kind of keen of the idea of you dating a same gender. I take it. Yep, they hit the head on the nail on that one. Hmm. So what should we do? Well, easy. Just pretend that we're dating and maybe telling them that it didn't work out. We don't want to be engaged anymore and we call it off. I mean, even if it didn't happen between us, our parents might simply try to find someone else to be with. Huh, you had a point. Hmm, what should we do then? Well, how about we just pretend that we are dating for a while and let's see what happened. Try to figure out a way to stop this. I agreed on that plan as well. What they didn't know was going to happen later on. That same evening, during dinner, her parents asked her how her first date with Ryan went. So, Scarlet, how did your date with Ryan go for today? Oh, it was actually fun, actually. Oh, and did you decide to date him, though? Well, I mean, we are still acquaintances. We don't know each other well enough, and like you said before, that we are not getting married until we are finished college and all that. So we have at least plenty of time to get to know each other. That's great, because I had decided that you could apply for a local college. Wait, a local one? Uh, may I ask why? Oh, so you can be, perhaps study to business major course, so you can take over the factory one day. Me? Be the owner of a factory? Yes, Ryan's dad actually had agreed to help us to expand the factory to increase the production. So, if I ask this, if me and Ryan didn't would end up getting married, would he still help you with the factory and all that? Probably. I mean, we have been friends a long time and we trust each other, but we are pretty sure that you will end up with his son anyways. Oh, okay. Why? What do you ask? I was just wondering though. I mean, is the factory even going well? Of course it is. We have a. You remember the big deal that we had? Oh yeah, sorry, must forgot about it. It's fine though. That same evening, she wondered. She couldn't just simply tell her parents that she had no intention of marrying Ryan in any place. And now that her dad had decided to make her apply for this college in town, it's a pretty big college. And all that she will take over the business of the factory. She had no intention to even to work as a factory owner in the first place. But there was something she could do. Since she was still 17 years old, she has no right to telling her family about it. They can literally just kick her out any time. And she were trying to figure out which college she wanted to go to. But only a couple of weeks later, she decided to which college that she wanted to go. But she wanted to have some big support. She called her brother. Hey sis, how are you? Doing good. So, what can I do for you? Um, well, You remember I told you about Dad told me about dating Ryan and all that? Yeah. Well, I kind of are quote unquote dating him. Ah, so you mean like fake dating? Yeah. And now he told me that I'm going to this college in town for studying business course so that I will take over the factory one day. Wait, he actually told him that? Yeah. Oh boy. But I thought maybe I would take college somewhere else. Oh, where had you in mind? Isn't there a college nearby where you live? That is actually kind of close from where I live, yeah? Ah, I see what you're thinking. You're thinking of applying to this college without telling our parents about it, correct? Yep, absolutely on that one. Good. But what about Penelope? Have she even had any other idea when she want to go? Actually, I did talk to her just about the other day. Well, she did actually, and she was going to apply for the same college. And she's going to say that's the same school as I do. That's great. And how about this? I think that you and Penelope can actually borrow or live in our guest room in our house. Wait, do you think Lily would have been agree on that? Of course. I mean, she loves both of you, and why not? I mean, since that will save you time, find your own place. You probably well, they're a little bit expensive sometimes, so at least you save on the cost. Exchange for one thing. Oh boy, I thought that there were some conditions. What is that? That you help around the house. Um, Cleaning, cooking, laundry, you name it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Any, and we had to pay rent? Nope. So no pay rent and just help around the house? Yes, pretty much. That's the deal. Great. So, when are they going to apply? I think by the end of the week. I have just received the papers and I'm going to reply by tomorrow or Friday, I think. Great. But remember, make sure that Dad does not get the mail, because if he find out about this, he will flip out. Oh yeah, for sure, I'm not gonna let that happen. Great. Well, let me know how it goes. And from that day on, she decided to keep her plan secret. The only ones who knew about it was actually her brother, her darling, her sister-in-law, Lily, Penelope, and of course, Gabriel. And she applied for this particular college along with Penelope. And it was just one of the few things. She knew that she would get received the answer eventually. But every time that she went out for the mail, she picked up the mail and to find if there was any applied or a message back from this particular college. She was excited and worried at the same time, because it went day by day and still had no received any response back from the college. She was worried that she wouldn't be accepted in, so she would have to perhaps take the same college that her dad picked for her. But then, it did came. She was accepted in. She called Penelope right away. I get a letter from college. Really? Yeah. And I was accepted in. What about you? It's the same here, said Penelope with a British ear on the phone. Wow, that's great. At least we have at least not had to worry about the living place though, said Penelope on the phone. No, since my brother offered to let us stay there. Well, then we have to figure out how to, you know, get there without your parents find out. Yeah, I will try to figure out a way to do that. So, how's your fake dating with Ryan going so far? Huh, it's going good well, actually. You know, he's a nice guy, and He's a funny guy, and I can see why most girls like him. Yeah, that's pretty much it, said Penelope. Well, I had to go. I had some things to do. Well, yeah, see you soon. Ryan and Penelope, or Scarlet, were now still dating, or at least call it fake dating, on the side. Even though Ryan had also told his girlfriend about this, she was okay with it because she didn't want to lose Ryan to some complete stranger to her. But eventually, as the day when they're all going to finish high school was also getting closer and closer. But there was only one small problem that Scarlett had to figure out. She needed to have her parents out of the house for a time so that she could pack some of the things and go over to her brother's home. Well, she didn't have much attention to do so because the day when she had her or final day of the high school when they had this ceremony and she finished it, she was standing with Gabriel, Penelope, and her Penelope's parents and talking about this. Penelope's parents was actually knows of this plan as well later on, and they supporting it. But that day when she came home, she found that there are suitcases on by the front door. She wondered if that had something to do with her. But when she saw her mom in the kitchen, Mom, yeah, hey sweetie, um, what is this suitcase in the front door for? Oh, I forgot to tell you, but me and your dad are actually going away for a while. Oh, where? Oh, we are going actually to Hawaii for 2 weeks. What? Really? But what about me? She said, even though she knows that they won't even take her with her. Oh, it's actually our, honeymoon or an wedding anniversary. So I know. Don't worry, I will be here. I know we can count on you. Yeah. So that the same day, her parents left for Hawaii for 2 weeks. After her parents had left, Scarlett went straight to her room, cheering, and called up Penelope. Hey Scarlett, what's up? I had something amazing to tell you. What is it? My parents left the house for 2 weeks for their wedding anniversary for Hawaii. What? 2 weeks? Yeah, that would give us enough time to move over to Arizona. Yeah, but how are you going to get there? I mean, I wouldn't think my parents would, buy our tickets and take us there. Yeah, and since my car is a little bit old, so I don't think it would even to survive that long. Yeah, and, but yeah, so I will call over Gabriel and that's that he can help me to pack some of my personal belongings that I will bring with me. Yeah, same here. So, yeah, when do you think we will leave? Asked Penelope. How about on Friday? That's actually sounds a great idea. Great. So after she hung up the call with Penelope, she immediately called Gabriel. What's up? Scarlet, what's up? My parents left the house for 2 weeks, and can you come over to my house to help me to pack some of my personal belongings that I will bring with me to my brother? I will be there in about 10 minutes. Great, I will be here. 10 minutes later, he did show up, and they went through her room to pack some of her personal belongings in some boxes and all that, or at least some bags, and there was no problem at all. There wasn't that much that she decided to bring with her. Maybe some childhood things and some clothes and some of the money that she saved. But after that, she packed her belongings and actually drove over to Penelope's house. Well, actually, Gabriel drove her over since she decided to leave her own car behind. Her parents, well, they will be surprised when they find out about eventually that she was not even going to that particular college that her parents had fought for her. When she arrived to Penelope's house, her parents welcomed her in with open arms. They were all aware of this new step on the plan. Penelope's mom actually had already booked some tickets for them both, and even to have some of their belongings to be ship mailed to her brother's address in Arizona. They stayed there for until Friday, and her so eventually Penelope's parents drove them to the airport along with Gabriel, which he gave him goodbye. And on the plane, after they looked down, they saw the town going, going, and gone. Halfway through the trip, both Penelope and Scarlet felt so happy and so relaxed to be together on the next step in their lives. And when they arrived at the airport, Milo and Lily was already there waiting for them. Milo! She had ran up to her brother. Hey, Sis, it has been a long while. It has been a good time to see you again, Lily. It's a nice time to see you too. So, how was the plane trip? It was a little bit long, but, you know, it's finally be good to be away from that place. Tell me about it. Yeah, so, why not we go to our house and so you can unpack some of the things. Some of your belongings has arrived already. Oh, that's great. And that night when they're having dinner, so how is it? How is the things so that you're being settled down so far? Since you're just arrived here, uh, it's been nice. Well, it will take some time to get used to this, said Penelope. I mean, yeah, I have been there before a couple of times already. Shortly after my brother moved, I think it was even before he actually met Lily, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Um, there's one thing I want to tell you. Oh, you told me about Mom and Dad's idea of you getting married to Ryan, right? Yeah. Um, there's one thing I haven't told almost no one. The only one who knows about this is Lily. One of the main reason I actually moved here is not because I wanted to get to be independent, but it was just that our parents told me that they wanted me to marry someone they know, at least a daughter of one of their friends. Wait, you too? Yeah, that's true, said Lily. I can't believe it. I thought it was only they would even thought of my own brother doing it. But what do you do? Well, since I didn't dating anyone, and I did, and in fact, dating this girl for a little bit short time, but I just simply told her that I didn't like the idea, and she agreed. So I told my parents, or our parents, about this, and well, let's say they were happy about it. But they were at least happy enough that I finished college. My dad thought that I wanted to take over the factory, but when I told him I have no intention to do that, I want to live on my own, to do my own work. So after that, well, I had this a small argue with the dad and mom, and they were said, well, if you don't want to do that, they were to kick me out of the house and cut ties with me altogether. But add to the surprise of them, I already had decided to leave. In fact, I already started renting a small place on here, and that's before I bought the house though, and already had found a job. So they were shocked. I was like, "You're gonna be kicking out of the house." I was like, "Okay, bye," and just left. They were just like, "What?" Like, that made his sister just laughing. Why, that actually just happened? Yep. And I'm guessing that was a time when you started to get to know Lily. Actually, yes. The fact I was living in a small apartment. The funny story is, she was actually living in the same place, and she lived across the hall. And we started being good friends. And I asked her out one day, and she said yes. And after a while, we decided to live together. But since neither our apartments will even big enough for two people, well, at least for a while though, so we decided to buy our house, and here we are. Have mom and dad ever tried to reach out to you though ever since? Like phone call, email, or even a letter, or even a Christmas card? Nope, not even once. I did send them a letter to telling that I'm married now, and I'm happily married, and I'm strongly independent with my business, or the work I was working for. But not even a single response back. Wow, that's terrible, said Penelope sarcastically. Tell me about it. They're just telling me that my parents didn't even care about me at all. Well, what can you do? Exactly. So, anyways, I had to ask, what do you guys have thought of doing it for college? I mean, I don't have even asked you that before. Um, Penelope wanted to work with animals, so she wanted to know a lot of things about animals at the college and maybe work as a veterinarian or a pet shop. Um, yeah, something like that. What about you, though, sis? Me? Mm, I actually want to be a teacher. That's something I always wanted since I was in middle school. Really? You as a teacher? What grade, if I may ask? Oh, um, high school actually. Wow. Why? Oh, I mean, didn't expect that. Oh, you're a joker, aren't you? Hey, if I'm a joker, you're Batman. Hey, no, you two, no fighting over table, said Lily with a just smirk. Fine, 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 said Milo. But anyways, college starts about a week ago. Yeah, it's pretty much. About a week later, they actually went to college and they lived there at her brother's house. And since the college wasn't even that far, about maybe just 20 minutes away, so they actually didn't have to be. So they just walked to college and back. But after just 2 weeks of being living there, one day out of the blue, Scarlet received a phone call. It was something that she expected to happen eventually. Scarlet, where are you? They were her dad calling in. Oh, I'm not actually home. What? What? Where? Oh, at my own place. Well, I'm actually in. I'm actually in Arizona. What? Why are you even in Arizona? You're supposed to be going to college here. No, that's what you wanted to do. That's what you wanted me to do, not me. So, where are you living? Who are you talking to? Oh, uh, you probably know. Wait, is that? Yeah, kind of like you talk. Hey, Dad. Milo, what did you do? Me? I didn't do anything. This is her own choice. She and her girlfriend. That made her dad suddenly quiet. And then, as he expected that was going to happen, he removed the phone from his ear and then they screamed, Girlfriend! How dare you! Scarlet! He screamed. What do you mean? You and Ryan are engaged. That we were never even officially dating. We pretended to be dating. What? You thought I was going to marry Ryan? In fact, Ryan never had intention to marry me either. He didn't even like the idea as much as I did. And that, well, I'm not going back home. Fine, but I will not pay for your college or anything. In fact, you will not ever hear in here a single dime from us. That's fine. What? You're not even worried that we would not be paying your college? No, not really. Why? Well, Penelope's family is actually paying for us. Both of us. And my brother helped me support as much as I can as well. And I actually work part-time. So is Penelope. Penelope? That girl? And wait, how can her family afford that? It's simple, Dad. Her family is wealthy. Her dad owns a shipping company and her mom works as a surgeon. So it's really reasonable that her family is, well, at least financeable to be supporting me and her. And since my brother offered to let us both of us stay in his house, so that we could save in some money in order to buy our own place. So yeah. And how dare you even to just simply making me to marry someone I didn't want to? You can simply tell mom that I not even have no interest whatsoever to ever come back to see you. So after this call, don't ever try to talk to me ever again. Because neither me or my brother will ever talk to you. So never try. Before her dad could say anything else, she had to call and block the number. And her brother just looked at her with a big smile. What? I'm just so proud of her, he says. But what do you mean? I never thought you were so brave enough to even to stand up for yourself. I mean, I have been always brave enough all the time, but if I hadn't even been with your help, I may not even been here. So you're the one to be a big thanks. Maybe so, but I'm proud of you. Thanks. So, anyways, yeah. Are you just going to marry Penelope after college is done? And she just rolled her eyes and said, "Not you too. I mean, listen. If you weren't to marry her after college is done, you have my support." Really? Well, yeah. I mean, obviously. Scarlet was just happy to have her brother's support. And that same evening, when Penelope came home, she told her, "Wait, you literally said that to your own parents? Well, your dad?" "Yep, I did." "Well, do you think they will ever try to reach out to you?" "I mean, without a doubt," said her brother. "Well, like my brother said, it's very possible they might just simply try to reach out to me. Or my brother. Did you haven't even blocked the calls? Their numbers?" "Yep, I did. A long time ago, since they never tried to even talk to me, so I thought like, right then, block the numbers and they don't have to reach out to me." "But what they, what would you do if they try to come over here? Try to force you to move over back home?" "That's the problem. I'm 18, so I am legally aged, so they don't have to force me." "Well, that's true. But do they even know exactly where your brother live?" "I mean, he did tell that he'd send them postcard and letters." "Yeah, but I really doubt that we even get it going here." "Well, but assuming that they would, then what?" "Hmm. Well, don't have to worry. Why? I have security cameras on the back and the front, so we will know. I can always say, on my phone if there would approach." "Yeah, and since mostly no one is at either home." "Yeah, that's might be true." And in fact, he was right, because ever since she blocked her call from her parents, They never even tried to reach out to her, like not by letters or emails or nothing. She was a little bit actually a bit worried for days, or at least a couple of weeks, that her mom and dad would suddenly one day just showed up by the front door demanding that Scarlet goes back with them back to the hometown. But after a couple of weeks of no happening, she decided to not just simply let it go, and she decided to focus on her studying. And during this time, her relationship with Penelope only gets stronger and stronger for each day. In fact, she even gets closer to Lily, and Penelope also got closer to Lily. But one day, of utter blue, there was a knock on the door. And wait, are you expecting someone, Milo? No, it's not. I haven't ordered anything. Lily? No, I'm not waiting for one. So Milo looked at his phone. Oh, there's someone at the door. A woman? I don't recognize her. Me either. Do you two recognize her? And he showed on his phone. Oh yeah, we know her. Is the one we have to be afraid of? No, that's my mom, said Penelope with a big smile. Oh, uh, wanna let her in? Hey, mom, Penelope. I'm sorry, have you even been here? I can even come here earlier. Yeah, I know, mom. Your work as a surgeon always, takes a lot of time. How's that? And why isn't even here? He is on a business trip at the moment, so I decided since I have a little bit vacation time, so I thought, why not to go see my daughter and my future daughter-in-law? Mom, not you too. What? I'm just saying, but my future, if it's happening. Well, come in. Mom, this is Milo, Scarlet's older brother, and his wife Lily. Thanks for letting my daughter and her girlfriend to stay here. It's no worries. Family's a family. Do you want something? Coffee? Tea? Coffee would be nice. Right. They were all sitting in the living room. So, Mom, is there something new from back home? What do you mean? Well, anything about Scarlett's family or parents? Ah, well, you know, since they haven't been able to reach their daughter for a while now, so after they found out that you have been dating her for a while now, so they showed up at our house and asking if we heard anything from either of you, and hoping that we could convince Scarlet to return home. Are you kidding me, Mom? I'm afraid I would. I'm afraid not joking, but I wish. How low can I even go? Said Scarlet. Am I right? Said Penelope. But you did tell them. I just wanted to tell them always. Wait, they still doing this? I'm afraid so. Quite often, actually. Not every day, but it happens from time to time. So, what they usually tell you? They're pretty usual. They demand that we telling you to come back home so you can marry someone else that they in mind, and that you should how to say, leave my bad influence daughter. Me a bad influence? You're joking, right? No, that was their words. Well, a more kind of word term of that. Her mom said with a smile. When will our parents ever learn? Said Milo. Yeah, who knows? But what about it? Well, your dad has always told them to just leave. If they don't, he will call the police on them. And since your dad's company, well, it's going well enough, though. And, he didn't want to have the police involved in his business because he thinks that it will affect his company or the factory enough. And he tried to ask the police for help so they could maybe get you back home. But since they told him many times over that you're 18 and you're allowed by now legal age, you can do anything you want, so they can't really force you to go back home. So they're still trying to get her back home, said Lily. It seems like it, said Scarlet. Why don't you just tell them to just back off, said Penelope, a little bit angry. As if they would even listen to me or Milo. I mean, they will probably not even listen to you either, said Scarlet to Penelope. You might be right about that, but what else can we do? Just ignore them, said Penelope's mom. Um, well, at least hoping will not even go any drastic. Well, that might be true. So mom, how long are you going to stay? Oh, I'm staying for about a couple of days, and I'm actually staying at this hotel nearby, so don't have to worry about me. So while her mom, Penelope's mom, was in town, Penelope and Scarlet spent some time with Penelope's mom, and after a while, she went back home. They even had to start receiving phone calls from Penelope's dad from time to time as well, just to get a catch up, like to be updated about their college life has been, something like that, smaller details. But one day, when Scarlet was home alone, while Penelope was at her part time and her brother and Lily were at work, there was a knock on the door, and she wasn't expecting any visitors or any deliveries, at least as far as she knew. But she had the app on her phone so she could see who it was. And there was something that she never expected to happen. It was just not one person, but two people. It was her parents. They knew where her brother lived, apparently. She was also worried, is the front door locked? When she heard the door knob was jiggling, and found apparently it was locked, and then bolted too. She was shaking. She was actually in her own room, so she heard this. She immediately hides, call her brother. Hey sis, a friend of mine still at work. Do you need something? Milo. Whoa. What is the matter? You sound scared. Something matter? Don't tell me a black bear has showed up. No, something worse. Worse? What? Don't tell me the Bigfoot has showed up. No, you idiot. Mom and Dad are here. What? Don't tell me they are actually there. Look at your phone. Alright, give me a moment. And then he did check. Holy, you weren't kidding. What should I do? Don't worry, I will talk to him on the phone. I had the doorbell camera. She listened at her parents like, hey, what can I do for you two? Milo, listen. We want to talk to Scarlet, said her dad angrily. Dad, she's not going to open the door. Where are you? I'm at work. But if you don't leave my property within the next 5 minutes, I'll have the police there any moment. You wouldn't dare. Oh, trust me, I dare enough. I don't want to have you force my sister going back with you two idiots. Don't you? I will call you the idiots as much as I wanted to, because you can't force my sister to do against her will. You know that. Everyone considers kidnapping. No, it's not kidnapping. Okay, tell me what you want before I call 911 on you two. Now. But her parents didn't say a single word. All right then, I will call the police on you. Wait. Okay, I have found a guy that who wants to marry her. Are you kidding, Dad? That is another reason you can't just come over here all the way from here to force my sister to marry someone that she doesn't even want to. It's considered it is not even right. Have you thought of her own will, her wishes? She loves someone already. Who cares? Have you even lost your mind or anything? Tell her, come out here right now. Or at least come to the front door. No. Yeah? Um, oh, by the way, what? Uh, nothing. So, I'd ask, is your business going well? Well, yes, it's going well. Why? Just checking, because if you thought maybe you want to have someone marrying Scarlet so that they can help you the factory going well, like with Mr. Jordan or Everett. Don't you dare to mock me. I'm not mocking you. I'm just trying to figure out the fact about why it is happening. And you'd even try to with me as well, right? So what? I can do anything I wanted to do. Not really, Dad. Not really. Um, so yeah, I expected some guests over in a few minutes. Guests? Who? They should be there in 2 minutes. And so if it's just 2 minutes, there were sirens. You really called the police on us? Yeah, that's pretty much it. You are trespassing my property. I told you to leave, but you didn't listen. And the police questioned them, but they were getting a warning. They were told to leave the property and just go home. Mom and Dad, their mom and dad later came back the next day, but this time Milo were home. He stepped out of the house and literally told them, listen, this is your last and final warning. Leave. I'm not letting you to talk to Scarlet, whatever you do. But this time, their dad had nothing to do at all. He wanted to punch his own son in the face and just drag her out. But he didn't want to have the police call up him this time again. So he just made a big huff, turn around and left. Their mom just did the same thing. Good riddance, how can they even be our parents, he said. Are they gone? Yeah, they're gone. I don't expect them to even to show up again. Are you sure? Said Scarlet. Yeah, it's pretty sure. I don't think Dad won't have him been arrested and have that affect his factory. What a bother those two are. Well, they're gone for our life now, for our lives. Are you sure, honey? Said Lily. Well, I'm 90% sure. 90%? Not more than that? What do you want me to say? 200? No. Well, if they do show up, we have evidence for that. But the fact, ever since their visit, there were no more phone calls, no emails, nothing. But at least about 2 years later, after they finished college, Penelope and Scarlet were just happy. But then, one day, when Penelope and Scarlet was home alone, there was a knock on the door. Penelope was about to open the door, but Scarlet said, wait, let's see who's actually on the front door first. Are you kidding me? What? Take a guess. Your parents? At least one of them. Wait, you... No, it's not my dad. It's my mom. I will talk from the door. What do you want? Let me in. I want to talk to you. You can talk to me by the door like this. What do you want? If you're here to apologize... Me apologize to you? No. I'm here to take you back home. We have found this amazing guy. Mom, we told you before, I have no intention to do this at all. You know that. We don't care. You're going back home with us. No. Penelope? Yeah? Call the police right now. On it. No, wait. But it was too late. Penelope were on the call on this, and the dispatcher told them they have a unit in the area. After only a couple of minutes, they showed up and actually put handcuffs on her mother because she resisted being forced to leave. And Milo was told, and they went to the station and they filed for a restraining order, and they were granted. Both Milo and Penelope and Scarlet was approved to have one each. And that was the final time they ever saw of any of her parents ever since. But since her best friend Gabriel still lives in their hometown, so he's the only one that's very close, that lives closer to her family home. So he kind of keep an eye on her parents to make sure what happens. And, well, they continue to live their lives as possible. He even told them that they had said they don't have a daughter or son anymore. That means, well, who wants to even inherit that family's money anyways? I mean, who can even believe those are complete lunatics? Said Milo at dinner one day. Yeah, right, said Scarlet. But what about the family factory though back home? Who cares? I don't even want to care about that anymore. I have my own work, my own place, my own dog, my own wife. And, and also, I have a future sister-in-law. That's right. Just prior to before her mom showed up, Lily saw this, told Scarlet it was perhaps his best time to propose to Penelope. And when Scarlet looked at Penelope, she was blushing a lot, and she was like, "Can I tell you something?" "Yeah, what is it?" "Well," and then she said, "Do you want to marry me?" She looked away when she asked her that. She was really very embarrassed and also a bit shy when they came to this moment. But Penelope said yes. So they decided to get married soon by the summer. Gabriel was invited, of course, to the wedding. And he was considered as the best man for his best friend, Scarlet. The wedding was really amazing. Of course, Penelope's parents was invited. But she was worried her own family would somehow get the news of her getting married. But at the same time, she remembered the restraining order she has against her parents. So that she believes that they wouldn't even want to risk to break the restraining order in order to get to be self-invited to the wedding. But they actually didn't even do that. So Penelope and Scarlet actually went to Hawaii for about a week as a honeymoon. And for the wedding, it was just amazing time. Her brother was crying and, "Oh, don't you cry, you cry baby. Ah, oh, hush you. I can't believe my own sister getting married." "Well, you cried a lot when you were getting married." Kinda," he said, while crying. "Hush you, little baby," said Lily. Hush you. Don't call me a baby. Well, you're my baby though. Oh, hush. And after they went back home from their honeymoon, Scarlet was working as a teacher at the high school in the area. Penelope actually started working as a veterinarian, and she was happy about this. But then, just then, after they started working, and just about a year after they got married, they had a big surprise. Gabriel actually moved to the same town as they were living in because he wanted to be closer to his childhood friend and his quote unquote sister in law, as Scarlet called him. But after being married for 2 years, Penelope and Scarlet wanted to start their own family. Gabriel had no problem to help them with that. He decided he wanted to help them with be as a donor to that. And Scarlet became pregnant first. She gave birth to a son, which they named Cyrus. He was a very energetic boy, as always. But then, about 3 years later, Penelope decided she wanted to have her own baby. And of course, this time again, Gabriel helped. And she gave birth to a daughter which they named Abigail. And throughout this entire time, neither of her parents never even tried to reach out. Even if they were to find out they were having 2 grandchildren of their own now, they would even have nothing to do with them. Because even though Penelope and Scarlet was a little bit worried that her parents would find out about this, but she were afraid that her parents would somehow hearing about their having 2 grandchildren and they want to be part of their lives. But it didn't happen. But it was one thing that for most part went on in Scarlet's mind, and that was about her parents. And it wasn't that her parents was trying to make her to marry someone that she didn't even want to get married to. She couldn't even believe that her own parents would try to force her to marry someone against her own will. But she was just happy and proud to have such strong support, not only from her older brother Milo, but also her girlfriend, now wife, Penelope, and Penelope's family. She was just happy. And now that she has her own family of her own, with a boy Cyrus and her daughter Abigail, they will eventually tell them about their maternal grandparents, why the reason they are not involved in their lives. And this is how Scarlet and Penelope found a true love, got a family together. The end.